Hi everyone, my name is Hao Jiang and I am a current student at UIUC. I come from China and this is my third year in the United States. For my brand self-assessment, I plan to give a self-assessment of myself in terms of strengths and weaknesses. I will do an external analysis for myself. I will do a congruence of the external and my own personal views. And finally, I will give my feature model. So for the first part, what are my strengths and weaknesses? Well, I think as an international student, my background is my biggest strength. I come from a very diverse family based in China, but my experiences in the US allows me to have more experiences than my typical peer. I travel the world and I love to travel the world, and I've been to more than 43 countries so far. My international standards and my international views really shape the way I am and helps me become more accustomed to know more about other people's cultures and be more understanding. Furthermore, I think my biggest strength is I'm a very strength and focus oriented person. This means that I typically like to see results and I am a very result oriented person as well. I want to get a good result for everything I do, and the fact that I need to achieve these results makes me want to push myself to achieve these great results. For my weaknesses, however, I think my biggest weakness is the fact that I can be distracted pretty easily, especially for someone like me who is result oriented. I often take on too many things at once. This leads to a ton of problems as it means I often don't have enough time for myself, and most of my time is spent trying to fulfill all of the promises I made and making things adhere to a certain standard, which really puts a lot of pressure on myself sometimes. And ultimately, I think this weakness leads to a bigger weakness, which is because I take so much on my plate. At the end, the pressure gets to me, and I'm sometimes not being able to finish everything correctly and on time. So for my external analysis, based on my talks with family and friends, what they told me was that I am a very nice person. That's the biggest strength that they mentioned. But also, they mentioned that I am again very result oriented, and I often are so dedicated to things that I can't listen to what they have to say, and I don't have the time to listen. For weaknesses, like I just mentioned, my biggest weakness is the fact that I don't really listen to people. Once I'm set in my ways and once I'm actually driven by a result that I can potentially see, uh, this creates problems as I could go on the wrong road. I could make bad decision choices and not have the ability to recognize these choices myself. So what they said was basically, if I would be able to listen to more people and consider their opinions, I would have a greater chance of success. So for congruence, I think the biggest similarity between the way I rate myself and how my friends and family rate myself is the fact that both of these people, which is me and my family, they rate myself as someone who is result oriented. I like to see good results. I like to see that A on a test. I like to see I do well in a group teamwork. I like to see that I do well at work, internship, everything in life. I want to be the best at, and I strive to put my best effort in achieving the biggest and maximum result. However, at the same time, I think the biggest similarity is that my family believes that I, like I said before, don't listen to people, and that's is something that I do not recognize. But thanks to this assignment, I recognize that now, and I believe that this is something that I should work on in the future. So for my feature model, how would I feature myself? Well, for anyone who wants to get to know me, I'm a very international person with an international viewpoint. Since I grew up in China, I'm now in the US, and I also speak French and Spanish fluently. Um, my previous life experiences traveling around the world really opened my eyes and allowed me to see different viewpoints from the viewpoints of different cultures, different people, and different situations. And this really adds to the diverseness of what I got to offer to any environment, and it adds on to the fact that I would be a team player who can really help produce results from the way that I see things differently and is able to bring things differently to the table. So that concludes my self-analysis, and I hope that you got to know me. My name is Hao Jiang, and I look forward to hearing back from you. Thank you.